100.
It's even as simple as shit. Who was I just talking about?
You said it was, I used the example of the difference between saying somebody's ugly and saying they're unattractive or not appealing to the eye. Like the difference between being direct and saying the same thing without being as harsh or, you know what I'm saying, or is coarse with the language. You know what I mean? It's like, oh man, you ugly as hell. Or that person just ugly. Or just being like, man, that's just, they're not really attractive to me.
Right.
Because it makes it more, instead of making it more final or more, it makes it more personal to what you think or what you believe you see, other than putting a generalization on that individual, like cross the board. Oh man, they ugly. Like that basically means that everybody thinks they're ugly. Or you just, oh man, they're not really attractive to me. And you say, oh, okay, just to you they're not attractive. And it doesn't sound, it doesn't sting as bad. You know what I mean?
I really forgot my point.
This man here, boy, I tell you the truth.
That is crazy. I really forgot my point.
This man be hanging out. You've been hanging out with Seth Rogen and Snoop all weekend. Right?
Man, or something. I was really on the road and I just like, as soon as I put these headphones on, I was like, boop.
You must have went to a party at James Franco house this weekend.
Man, it was too cold to go anywhere this weekend.
Oh man, dude, it was freezing. Oh my God.
This Mother Nature got mental issues.
And you know what? And the grass is turning green already. No cap, brother. I'm not just talking about weeds coming up, because you know they come up first.
Yeah.
No, I've seen grass is turning green already.
I mean, with all this rain and
with that part too. And then the warmer temperatures, yeah. Yeah.
And then it'll be warm, and then the next minute it'll be cold.
It'll be cold, yeah.
But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go ahead and get started, since I apparently could not remember what my thought was. So go ahead and get started. That is crazy, man. That's crazy.
You'll think of it in a minute.
Yeah, I think it come to me like close to the end or something. You like, dude,
that was an hour.
That was an hour ago. I bet. What's goody? What's good? I am your host, Jason J. Will Does It, aka. I don't really have an AKA.
This man here is tripping. This gonna be fun today.
Right,
this man is tripping.
Right.
Like he tripping.
And I got my guy over here.
That's me.
Sam Ivan the Great.
That's me. AKA SHAW. Shaw. That's me.
Like Bush.
No, not like W. Like that W. S-H-A. I'm gonna say W. W is W. Like W Bush, not W. Not like him. Not at all.
So let's go ahead and get started. We were talking about.
We gotta talk about it.
Well, we was off on a tangent that drifted over into something else, but we started off talking about power.
Yeah, we gotta talk about power, man. We gotta talk about power.
We meant to talk about power last week, but of course we got off on the tangent. So here we are in talking about these episodes of Power.
Yes.
Are we gonna talk about the leak first or just Power period?
Well, let's talk about power and then we can get into the leak.
I bet.
Yeah, we can do that.
So I would say,
are we dealing with theories first? Like we dealing with theories, or you just dealing with your perspective? You can go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt.
We're gonna deal with all that. Theories, everything.
All right.
But cool. I would say, for starters, I'll say my disdain.
Mm-hmm.
My disdain, I was upset because the season finale, I was like, dude, you making me wait all the way till New Year to watch one episode of Who Shot Ghost.
Okay.
And I'm like, dude, I gotta wait for this one episode. So okay, 50 Cent finally satisfied that by like, hey, it's 4 or 5 other episodes. Now, mind you, I'm still watching one episode from 4 different perspectives.
Yeah.
Now, the silver lining, okay, cool. I got the 4 different perspectives.
Yeah. Which you don't always get in a drama type show or even a sitcom as well. But yeah, it's kind of I like the premise.
Yes,
but go ahead. Yeah,
but we're still watching one episode.
One episode. It's the same thing.
One episode. That John should say episode 15, episode B.
Yeah,
episode C.
Yeah, because this is yeah.
All right, so one of the episodes that they could have kept.
I already know which one you're gonna say.
Pause.
Yep, that one. Yeah.
Pause. I'm sorry, bitch. There's no need for you. They could have had your grandpapa or something in this.
Yeah, man. That episode.
They could have merged her with Dre.
Yeah, because that episode was so frustrating for so many people.
Nigga, that episode made me so fucking mad, man.
Yeah, it was so frustrating for so many people because it was like a loop of the same emotion for an hour. Like,
I'm like, bitch, they told you. It's 4 different people.
Yeah.
Ghost did not kill your sister.
Yeah, and I think, man, now here's
man, Jesus Christ could have came down right now like Ghost. Ghost did not kill Angela.
She still wouldn't have believed
Jesus. No. Jesus. No, Jesus. He did it, Jesus. I know he did it.
Jamie killed my sister. She killed my sister. He killed my sister.
I know he did it.
I know he did it.
I know. Take all of my belongings. Take it all. I know he did it. Bitch, this nigga did not. They gave her all the evidence.
Oh my God.
Everything. She done sacrificed their pension,
oh my God.
401k, the house, his diplomas, his school fund. She sacrificed all that.
Oh my God.
Because she believed, because her emotions told her, Ghost killed my sister. I'm like, dude.
Man,
but then,
oh my God,
came face to face with her killer to beg the killer kill Ghost. Tommy like, bitch, hey, I can't do this. I can't kill the nigga that killed your sister.
That you think killed your sister.
I'm gonna kill myself. Like, no, bitch, if you don't get out of my face, I got to go.
Man, that was one side of Tommy not being as robotic, because Tommy's kind of robotic to me in that show. He's on mission. He's always on a mission. Like he is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that particular time, that was one of the times, along with the several other times in the show, where Tommy showed more of his humanity, because Tommy's he's a murderer. Like, he's a stone cold killer. He is, period. Like, let's just be real. Well, like, Ghost is a killer, but Tommy is an assassin. Let's just be real. Like, that dude has no conscience when it comes to taking life at any point in time, except when it's something close to home. That was close to home. When she came to him and she was like, he's like, what you doing here? She was like, I need you to take this gun and kill Ghost. He like, oh, wait a minute. I found out who killed my sister. He like, no, you didn't. No, bitch. She's like, no. He's like, I don't think you know what you're talking about. You need to get the hell out of here. This friend was like, I don't have nothing to do with this. Right. She's like, no, you need to do this. You need to do this for my sister. I'll give you money. Like, then when she shot off and said, the streets know, streets know what you do. That man's eyes got big. Like, damn, for real? She said, everybody in the neighborhood knows you kill people. I said, damn.
Right.
I was like, oh my God. And that's when Tommy was like, damn.
Bitch, I gotta go.
I gotta get him out of here. So,
like, how you know I stay home?
And then so he put her out. And then he got his mama and this little girl in there, and they hearing all of this.
Right.
So they just gave his mama more fuel for what she knew that went, so, but Paz's character has always been kind of annoying to me. Now, her character was purposeful in the story, right? That was Angela's support system, Angela's voice of reason. She said, "Ghosts, you chasing after Jamie, right?"
But some people would say Latino women act like that, though.
Well, and I've heard that before. No offense to any Latino listeners, but that she was telling her like he gonna take you down in this ring of destruction and madness, right? Which that's not really what was. It kind of happened that way. But that's not really what his plans were for her. His plans were to run away with her and get away from the life.
Right.
And there's another thing I'll talk about after a while, but she was trying to convince her that this dude is bad for you. There's no reason you be associated with him. He is a known drug dealer and you are a federal agent. You are crazy, lady. You are crazy as hell. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Which on Ghost's side, Tommy and his family was telling him the same thing. Like, dude, what are you doing? Messing with a cop.
Right.
The fuck is wrong with you? Like, that's what they were saying. So you've got these voices outside. Now, her character, to get an entire episode,
which we can delve into something.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
About that.
About it. Yeah. But for her character to get an entire episode, I felt like was overkill in my opinion. I think a lot of people thought it was overkill. I think, her story is her story. I get it. And her story as being a support to one of the lead characters was important as well. But for her to get an entire episode, I think it was overkill. I think they were just trying to fill in, basically saying, hey, we got 6 more episodes. And we got to find a way to show emotion on Angela's family side because there wasn't much to show about Angela. You know what I'm saying? As far as outside of her relationship with Ghost and her relationship with everybody, with the family. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of got that, but they didn't need an entire episode for
at
that.
all.
You know what I'm saying?
They could have, and although I said they could have put hers with Dre deserved his whole his whole segment. So I would have said you could have put her and Sax shit together.
Yeah, and told more about Sax's, like his. And I think they talked about Sax. It's of course you saw Sax right and the underhanded and crooked stuff he was doing, but just you could have talked more about why he was that type of cop. Like, why was he so infatuated and obsessed with James St. Patrick? You know what I'm saying? Like, why was he so obsessed with this dude that he would willingly break all these laws just to get this guy? Like, what was it all about? So, and he kind of
people have a hard on for a nigga for money,
and that's what I'm saying. Like,
nigga with money, like, what this nigga doing with all this money?
See, now they could have dealt with that more. You know what I'm saying? They could have dealt with that a little bit.
Who's this nigga on his name?
Right, exactly. Right. They could have dealt with that more. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, and then her, man, constantly taking that gun in and out of her purse, man, made my head.
Man, I was so fucking mad. Okay, this scene with her and her son out in the middle of the street at night, exchanging a pistol on the sidewalk.
In New York.
Nigga, ain't nobody saying y'all just...
Exactly.
No, you take the gun. No, you take it.
Yeah.
You take it.
Go home. Go home. Go home.
I'm going to kill myself.
And she cocks the gun. I'm like, are you serious?
In broad daylight. You know all these cameras out here? You got CCTV everywhere. Don't nobody see you?
In New York.
Bitch, if you don't take your ass to the crib. If you don't go to the crib. Like, oh, man. I was upset the whole episode. Then when I finally watched, I was like, man, this was a waste of time.
Yeah.
Mad this whole time.
Yeah. And I think I think they knew there
then
was
Ghost left her money, and she like, no, I don't want his filthy money. Bitch, you need to take it to live and survive. You didn't give all your money away trying to convict this nigga.
Then you mess up, right? Because you had an opportunity to save your sister's legacy.
Yes.
But you didn't because you were so out of control with your emotions.
You dig her body up.
And pull out the phone, which implicates your sister. Are you serious? You want this dude so bad.
You gonna put shit on your sister name.
You have your sister, a federal agent who has been put in the ground with a 21 gun salute,
and yes,
and honored by the United States government.
A saluted agent.
You have her dug up so you can get a cell phone that shows her implications to crime with known criminals,
with crime families,
with a crime family.
Because they trying to get him on a RICO.
So
she gonna be in a RICO,
and she's supposed to be the one prosecuting it.
Yes.
And it shows communication between her and them.
And if any monies that were spent on her and her brother and whoever implicated in this RICO, all of them are going to jail.
Everybody.
Bitch, if you don't sit your ass down somewhere. If you don't sit your ass down somewhere.
Oh my God. I was so frustrated. I was like, no, don't dig the phone up. That's not going to tell. No, there's a reason why that phone is in her casket, ma'am. There's a reason why Tasha gave that to you.
Also, I would just want to point out all of this that we're talking about shows me there's a reason why she's by herself.
Yeah. Absolutely.
There's a reason why she ain't got no nigga.
Yeah.
You ain't a ride or die.
No, no.
You are not a ride or die at all.
No, not at all. No.
You ready to snitch.
Yep.
And if it's something that you believe, you're going to die by that, son.
Die by it,
regardless.
Even if you don't have information by it.
Regardless if I'm innocent or not.
It don't matter. I want you. I need somebody. I got to have you.
I'm telling you, man.
Same thing with Sax, though. Like, even though Ghost was Ghost.
Sax had proof.
But Sax had proof, and then he had to try to, he couldn't prove it, but he knew.
Right.
But he couldn't prove it.
And in that game, it's not what you know, is what you can prove.
So what you can prove.
He could never prove it.
He could never prove it. He could never prove it.
Yeah. So
and the other interesting thing about, so as we talk about past, and then we transition.
So far, Tommy has the best episode.
So exactly. So far, Tommy's episode is the one, and it's actually Tommy's episode is one of the best episodes of the show. If in my opinion,
real talk, my favorite scene.
What was that?
I shouldn't say it, but
I don't know, man. That show aired Sunday, Saturday. If you ain't watched it by now, whatever.
Well, I shouldn't say it that it's my favorite part in the movie, but when it was like, hey man, if I gotta tell you, I gotta kill you. California. Pow! I was like, damn.
So okay.
California, pow!
I'm glad you brought that up. So let's just talk about Spanky for a minute. If there's been any one character that is least flawed out of any of the criminals, is probably him.
Who, Tommy?
No, Spanky. I'm gonna tell you why. This is my opinion. I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay, one, if I was Spanky, as soon as I heard the candy blue,
thank you,
old school pull up,
thank you.
I'm turning into Carl Lewis,
dude.
Fuck out of here.
Okay, thank you.
I'm turning into Carl Lewis, Ben Johnson, whoever you can name, who's the fastest man on. I'm gone.
There is no reason.
I'm gonna be like, Ricky!
There is no reason that this man should be walking the streets of New York after you snitched. You snitched.
You're holding a conversation like ain't shit wrong.
Like ain't nothing wrong. And you think you snitched.
Right.
You know what type of dude this is, right?
Right.
He already knows.
What was his name?
Spanky. Was it Spanky?
I think Spank is the one that's in jail.
No. The 2-Bit is the one in jail.
Okay, yeah,
It's Spanky.
Spanky. Yeah, Spanky.
So you done read it out.
And 2-Bit is the realest nigga.
And 2-Bit is the realest. And 2-Bit still in jail, of course. But
Right.
2-Bit, out of everybody, 2-Bit ain't said a word to nothing. Now, it was kind of messed up because Tommy was like, man, hold it down. And hung the phone up like,
well, that was before. Because I put like this.
That conversation was, but then when he talked to him again, remember, he was like, man, hold your head.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hold your head up in there. You know what I mean? And it's like, 2-Bit like, damn. Like, well, I guess I got to do what I got to do. I mean, hey, I was a crook too. You know what I'm saying? I got to do what I got to do. Regardless of who got caught or didn't get caught.
Ghost was going to get him out, though.
Yeah, Ghost. Now, had Ghost lived, Ghost would have got him out.
Yeah.
Ghost
he might still get out, though.
Yeah.
He might still get out.
That's what I was thinking. He probably still get out. Because I don't think, if you look at a lot of the stuff that Ghost did, Ghost kind of saw into the future, so to speak. You know what I'm saying?
Because technically, if you think about it, there's nothing that they can really hold 2-Bit on.
No.
They were only holding him because he was in the warehouse full of drugs.
Right.
And because he's not snitching on anybody.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll probably do a little bid here and there, but
right.
Tommy or somebody can probably still get him out of jail.
Get him out of jail.
On the technicality.
Because it would have been nothing with,
especially since Spanky is gone.
And then Spanky's gone. So 2-Bit basically said, okay, man, I'm just keep my mouth shut. Y'all ran in and caught me in there. I ain't said nothing to y'all. Look, you can't find, it ain't nobody that you claim that I'm associated with coming forward with anything.
Mm-hmm.
Except for the fact that Spanky snitched.
Mm-hmm.
But Spanky didn't mention 2-Bit name. He said, oh, this was so-and-so. He killed this other guy. He said, Tommy, I can tell you who killed what's the dude? Poncho or whatever.
This nigga brought up some information that wasn't nobody even asking about.
Thank you very much, because I noticed that. I can tell who you killed Poncho. What?
Why is that the name that everybody brings up to snitch on? Lil Chat brought up his name, in Choices. You remember Choices with Lil Chat snitch?
Oh, yeah.
He was like, go look, he was like, his name is Poncho. Yeah, his name is Poncho.
It's always a Poncho.
Damn, Chat.
It's always a Poncho, man. It's always a Poncho. I mean, he said, I can tell you who killed Poncho. I'm like,
he was like, look into the murder of a guy named Poncho.
No, I was looking to the murder of a drug dealer named Poncho. First of all, you snitch on the man, he dead. Then you snitch on the person that killed him.
I'm like, dude, what? They didn't even ask you about this.
They didn't even ask you that. They didn't even ask you that. So now you get out and go right back to the same damn neighborhood you was in before. So you mean to tell me you didn't save 5 G's, 10 G's, none of the money that you made to get out of town just in case you needed to?
Now, I will tell you this. Now, you might not be aware of it, but being a corner boy does not pay well.
Yeah. But
you are doing most of the grunt work.
Yeah.
So you saying him saving the 5 G's? No, they can't.
But you know what? He wasn't a corner boy. He was actually, him and 2-Bit was helping to run the operation. Remember, he wasn't standing on the corner no more. They was supplying to the corner. Remember,
right? So
he had stepped up a little bit. Remember, because what they call them, primaries.
But I'll put it like this: if you always getting hit, like if there's a charge to be taken, you're going to take the charge.
Right.
So if you're always taking charges,
right,
you
shelling out money, right?
Out of your pocket,
paying it for you. Right.
So that's what I'm saying. It's not going to be beneficial. A lot of times, you're not going to have that 5 on hand unless you're cool with the plug or something, and he can get you out with his lawyer.
You out with his lawyer, right? Exactly, right.
But that nigga wasn't thinking about. I'm like, dude.
Nah, yeah, dude. I'd have had enough money for a bus ticket. And then,
but that type of nigga has never left the hood, so he won't know.
That's the other thing. That's the mentality. Because if you think about it, what did Dre ask for? Dre asked for, like, man, y'all got to put me in witness protection. Y'all give me immunity.
Dre was dumb as fuck.
But Dre was dumb.
Dre was dumb as fuck in his episode. His gal, and his daughter both in the car, and they could have been gone,
bro.
They could have been gone.
Oh my god!
Hold on, I got to do one more thing.
He had,
and he still didn't do it.
He still didn't do it. End up getting hemmed up,
bro. Nigga,
you come out the club. You see the special agent, right?
Man, he sprung.
Then he sprung on her. You found her and knock her out, right? Then you
knocked
get in the car.
Out.
Then hold up, knocked her clean out. Get in the car and go get gas.
You dumb
you ain't
motherfucker.
Put gas in the cup.
You dumb,
bro. Oh my god,
dumb ass nigga,
bro. I mean, like, people be like, man, you know, criminals ain't that smart. I don't want to hear that. Some stuff just common sense. If I know for sure, I just took money to kill somebody, right? I just took money to kill somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I did. First of all, I'm finna think to myself, like, well,
when I'm going to pick the money up, before I go pick the money up, I'm going to get some gas.
I'm going to go get some gas.
I don't know what may transpire. But I might got to get on down.
Yeah. So I go somewhere and a known politician pays me to kill somebody. Right? Bruh. First of all, you ain't finna tell nobody you paid me to kill somebody.
Hey, Tate snitched on him.
He had to. That was only
the police couldn't have pulled up on that nigga so quick.
That quick, and that's why he wasn't expected. Tate had to snitch on him.
Tate snitched on him.
But see, I believe
I think there's a tracker in that bag with that money.
That money was. I think that's what too. I think Tate had that plan from the beginning because Tate wasn't gonna be.
That's why he didn't worry about it. He was like, I'm just gonna go ahead and give you all the money now. I'm not gonna worry about it. I know you're gonna do the job. He was like, hold on, nigga.
And that means
Dre's greed. Don't check or look to see anything else in the bag. I bet, because I'm gonna go on and fuck off this nigga anyway.
His greed. And Dre's greed is what got him messed off from day one, because what did Ghost tell him?
He trying to get money from everybody. He lying on him. You could never be me. He's snitching on him. He's like, you could never be me, money.
And then he tells him, Dre, I see your
I see your potential.
I see your potential. But I'm gonna tell you, you ain't gonna make the money in the street. I want to put you over these clubs.
No, I'm gonna tell when he was first getting ready to put him under his wing, he told the nigga, he was like, hey, like you said, I see your potential, but this street shit ain't for you. He knew, he could see that nigga wasn't built for the street like that.
He could see he wasn't.
He saw that nigga wasn't built for the street like that. He was like, hey, the street ain't for you. Don't worry about this shit. I got you.
Yep.
Look at my moves. Yep. We deal with this club shit, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
You'll have this club yourself while I have another John someplace. Dre like, man, fuck this shit. I want this street money. Okay, my nigga.
Yep. He told
every time that nigga put his hand in the street, that nigga fucked up.
Yep. So did every single time.
Fucked up.
Every single time.
Fucked up. Every time.
He sure did.
Either he messed up the plug's money.
Mm-hmm.
He done lost drugs. He done lost the brick.
Yep.
He done gave a brick away.
Yep.
Like, nigga, how you giving bricks away?
Man, worst example of a drug dealer ever.
You giving bricks away to a nigga who ain't really proved that he can sell weight.
Exactly.
Not that much weight.
This man. What is this man?
You steal a brick, give it to Tariq. Yeah, man, I can move wild in this weight. Tariq get the shit took from the Italians. Like, nigga. Dude.
Oh my God. There is so much in the last several seasons that would not have happened.
This shit will not happen in real life.
No.
The only, I feel like this, it's entertaining to people who have never been in the street life, so it looks believable to them. A nigga who been in the street, I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Giving this nigga who only sold pills in college, you giving him a whole brick.
In high school. In high school.
You giving him a whole brick.
Yeah. In private school. You finna give him a brick.
Whole brick.
Where he gonna move that?
Yes. Yes.
This man is crazy.
This nigga, and this young nigga told you the return he gonna give you back. Word, you gonna give me this return back.
Not telling you what you finna send
Nigga,
me.
you
Back.
ain't selling more weight than me.
And I'm supposed to be the plug now.
Right.
You know
I'm
what
up under
saying?
your daddy. And you selling more weight than me?
That's stupid. It was stupid.
Here, go ahead and take this
It
brick.
was stupid. Oh my God, it was so stupid.
And then
man.
gonna try and sound like a big dog. My interest is this. You like, okay.
Yeah, okay. What you gonna do? And if I don't do it, what? Then I tell my daddy, and you know what's up with it. Like that's what I'm saying. Like he was always too smart for his own good. And his demise.
Who, Dre?
Yeah, he was always too smart for his own good. You couldn't tell him nothing.
Dre's demise was he thought he was smarter than everybody else.
Was smarter than everybody. And then Ghost even said, dude, you lie to everybody. He was like, dude, you will lie for no reason. Like, it's no reason for you to
don't remember his lie.
I don't even remember his lie. Like, you literally... You screw yourself in the game because you don't even remember what you say.
He'll say, no, I don't fuck with that nigga. And then once he leave from Tommy, he'll be with Ghost in front of Tommy. Oh, man, you know, he just came up and said, hey, nigga, y'all was hugging. Y'all exchanging money.
And you know, the interesting thing about it is I go back to this because when we talk about, and the show in total. So let me say this: James St. Patrick was a criminal, right?
Yes,
he was a criminal.
Yes,
James St. Patrick also had a goal of getting out of the game.
Yes,
which and we're talking about universal wisdom, universal law. Anybody that does anything on the street, the end game should be to get out of the street game.
Yes,
period.
Yes,
like that's not something you want to do. You don't get no pension. There's no fucking 401k. Mm-hmm. There's no retirement. Mm-hmm. You either jail or dead, my nigga. That's it. Mm-hmm. That's it. Period.
True story.
You know what I'm saying? Like we connected to people, so that's it. There's no other option. So when you hear people tell the stories of where they were, they're saying that for a reason. This is where I was, not where I still am at 40, 50 years old, homie. Mm-hmm. Like, there's a reason why I used to do that shit. I did it then because now I'm not doing it no more. You know what I'm saying?
Like Pimp C say, the game fucked up. I ain't got no friends.
None whatsoever. So when I'm looking at this show in totality from the first episode till now, and Ghost was preaching this to everybody.
Because the game is fucked up
and you ain't got no friends. Y'all the closest people to me. I don't want to see y'all destroyed by it. Yeah, we did what we had to do then. But you know what? Hey, we need to wrap this up and get up out this. And he kept saying it. He told Tasha. He told Tommy. When his son boy, what you want to be involved in this bullshit? Nigga, you don't want this. I'm telling you don't want this. You ain't seen nothing like this in your whole life. What you want? But Kanan said, oh, Ghost trying to get out? You want to get out clean? Like, I went to jail. You ain't go to jail. You ain't got key. You ain't got whatever. Oh, okay, I tell you what then. Now I'm going to get your son. And that's how I'm going to get you. I'm going to get back at you through your kid.
The streets don't ever want to see you make it go.
No, they don't. So don't, in no shape or form or fashion at all.
There are some people who do, but for the most part.
Yeah, for the most part.
The streets don't, because they feel like if you make it, then you will no longer be giving them a handout.
Yeah.
Like I put like this, like sometimes if you if you're a big time, like Nino Brown in New Jack City, nigga was giving away turkey, stuff like that, food.
Right.
If you saying, hey, I'm gonna leave the street alone, you ain't gonna do this no more, the street's gonna be like, damn, this nigga ain't gonna be coming through giving us this, giving us that. It's that type of thing. That's just like with the pause episode. Yep. It was no longer really about Angela. Yeah. It was about the money.
Yeah.
Cause like even the son was like, oh, but what about my school? What about this? What about that?
Right.
It's almost like,
because Angela was supporting her.
Exactly.
Angela was supporting, and you're right. Angela was supporting her the entire time. Like, yeah, I got a problem now because all my stuff cut off. because I ain't getting what I used to get.
But if you shut the fuck up, you can keep all of that and then some.
And then some.
I'm like, man, this
Ghost left money to Tommy's mom and to Tommy and to Tasha and the family.
That I don't understand. I don't. Okay, so maybe we'll get an explanation on these last episode. I don't explain giving the money to Tommy's mom. I don't understand the giving the money to Angela. Well, I guess maybe a little bit, but because of the simple fact she ain't never liked me, I would not be giving her anything.
Well, that just shows you the contrast of what people, how they thought Ghost was,
and what he thought of them,
okay. Because he actually cared about all of those people.
Yeah,
and that's the other thing,
their well-being and stuff like that,
and that tells you exactly what type of person he really, really was. Because I mean, like, that's what I trip out about. Is everybody, you think about what Tommy says, right? Tommy says, I was wrong about Ghost Tariq.
That nigga did none of that shit.
He didn't do any of it. Like, yeah, Ghost has done some stuff, but the stuff that we mad at him about, he did not do. Like, he didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't lie about the Proctor thing. No, Proctor sold us out, right?
Proctor didn't sell him out.
He didn't really. He did. He got tricked.
All he did was keep his leverage. Yep. That was it.
He kept his leverage.
But he didn't snitch on nobody.
And then Proctor's another character that, if you ask me, he was one of the smartest characters in the show.
But okay, I'm gonna pause right there.
Go ahead. Sure.
My nigga, this Benny nigga, I'm thinking this nigga real OG, triple OG. This nigga come with a pocket knife. A pocket knife, nigga.
That's the other part that I didn't like, because that wasn't true. There's no way.
I'm like, this ain't. I'm so mad at this storyline. This nigga come on the. Okay, yeah. If I know you killed my family,
I'm not finna show up with no pocket knife.
You know he kills niggas in the street.
Yeah, I'm finna
come to this nigga with a pocket knife.
I'm showing up with the militia. I'm not coming with no pocket knife. I'm showing up with the militia, homeboy.
I mean, but still, even if I feel like I'm a gangster, I feel like I can handle him by myself. I'm not finna come with no knife.
Nah, and I'm coming to your crib directly. And I know you got bodies. No, sir.
This man came with a knife.
And I'm a boss, and I'm finna show up. Yeah, I didn't like that. When I saw that episode,
you old and slow, and this nigga young and can maneuver.
When he showed up to his crib, and I saw that interaction, and I'm looking at Tommy, and I'm looking at him, I'm like, I know they're not finna let Tommy die. And I know that whatever they finna do, before that whole thing started, when he first shows up, I'm like, okay, they got to draw guns at some point. That's what I'm thinking in my head. Then I stop and like, damn, why he go by his? And as soon as I say why he go by himself, that's when this whole exchange ensues. And he pull out a knife. And I'm like, what? I'm like, bruh, come on, man. Come on, dog.
My nigga, I'm screaming at the TV like Arsenio Hall in Harlem Nights. Dude, like, nigga, if you don't put this little shit away. If you don't put this little shit away, motherfucker.
I'm like, and then he go at him. You know what I'm saying? He 150 pounds heavier than Tommy. So he can't, like, and then Tommy just outmans him, punch him 15 times. They go back and forth. Tommy get the knife, he stab him with it and kill him and drag. And I'm like, bruh, come on, man.
I'm not sure if this is actually true in real life, but anybody knows just from watching TV, if you get stabbed, you're not supposed to pull the knife out so quick or you're going to bleed to death. Yeah, you're going to bleed out. You're gonna bleed out. Keep the knife there until you get to the hospital.
Or something. Yeah.
Man, I was so pissed. I was like, man, dude. 50 Cent, nigga, he's really writing the story himself.
Yeah, he got to be. You know, I mean, it's just certain aspects, of even the
well, you know what? No, he's not writing.
No, he ain't writing himself. He ain't, because here's the other part that I kind of question. All right. But it was something that the lead prosecutor said that made me think. You remember, so when Saxe was still trying to get James, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they find out that James is hooking up with was it lieutenant governor or whatever? He was getting ready to get in politics. Let's just say it like that.
Right.
And so they're asking like, damn, how they let a murderer and drug dealer get into politics?
Right.
And our boy was like, you think that's the first one?
Right.
That was the part that tripped me out. I was like, okay.
Like most of these niggas right here on the TV,
Right.
most of them have slick murdered someone,
Right.
put a hit on someone, drugged someone. All of these niggas on TV probably.
Right.
This nigga right here, he looked like he just drugged somebody last night. So yeah,
that's what I was tripping about. I was like, yeah, he ain't gonna be the first.
Right.
Like it's several of them.
Right.
There's been criminals before.
They just got suits on.
Got suits on. That's it. And somebody else does the work. You know what I'm saying? So that's
they got suits on and they speak very well.
And they speak very well. Very well.
Very well.
They wear red and blue.
Right.
Okay. So you know what I mean? It sounds like I said, yeah, exactly.
Red and blue ties. Don't play.
So I was like, well, yeah, he could run for lieutenant governor. Then, you know, so that exchange that caught my attention, and then the other one of the other things I wanted to point out was Tariq's infatuation. Well, Tariq's infatuation. I guess we can talk about this. Tariq's infatuation with the streets, right?
Every young nigga is gonna be infatuated with the streets.
And then he's this private school kid, right? And his parents got all this money, and he is not anywhere close to street life, right? But his dad is that dude, right?
Right.
And his mama is, you know, she's just as lethal as his dad is, right?
Right.
But he has no clue, right? So Kanan pulls him out of that life for a minute into what's really going on. And he's infatuated with it.
He just showed him the he showed him the good parts of it.
Well, he showed him the sexy parts of the street.
Right.
And he see he didn't really see
getting shot at.
Yeah, until he saw his sister get killed.
Right.
I thought at that point that was going to save him.
No.
But apparently it didn't.
No.
You just saw your sister get murdered in cold blood, and somehow you want to be more involved with it now?
You are going to want to go and get the nigga who killed your sister.
I mean, true.
But I ain't finna go and delve into the street life selling dope.
Bruh.
Bricks.
So that's going to make me want to sell
Dre,
bricks.
give me a brick. Like, nigga, I ain't give you nothing.
Thank you. I mean, that's the part that I'm like, dude, then
if I was job like, nigga, did you just get caught at school?
Dude, look, then your homie, your big homie, your mentor, right? You set him up, right? You in the police car, right? Whole thing turned sideways.
This nigga could have killed you then.
This man could have blown you away and spared you. Because he knew, you know what? You ain't no street dude. You just doing what you told to do.
But my other thing with that is I felt like he wasn't going to do it anyway because
that's his son.
Exactly.
That's why I said that too. Exactly. He was like, I can't kill my son.
As he looked at him in his face. He was like, that's my son.
Yep. And he's my only son left.
Right.
Because I already killed one of them for being disloyal to me.
Right.
I can't kill both of them. I got to have a legacy left. You know what I'm saying? And for the people who are listening who don't really follow what we're saying we believe that Tariq is Kanan's son. Yes. I said that. I've been saying that for the last year and a half. My cohort here believes the same. We believe that Tariq is Kanan's son.
My theory with that, just to throw that in there, did we talked about that off air. So my theory with that is that I think that all of them were running together. And I want to say Kanan raped Tasha. That's the reason why Tasha has this visceral hate towards Kanan every time she saw him. He could be like, he could have the most positive attitude. He'd be like, hey, Tasha, fuck you, Kanan.
Yep.
That hate that comes within like that. I'm like, man, this nigga must have really did something to her.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that he raped Tasha. She ended up getting pregnant, and she just passed the baby off to Ghost.
Yeah.
So that's where that theory comes from. I haven't really heard anybody else say anything about that like that. But I've heard people say that Tariq is Kanan's son, but I haven't heard anybody use that theory as far as that she was raped or whatever like that.
Yeah. Yeah. There was kind of like some rumors going around that that Tariq was Kanan's son based on maybe Kanan and Tasha had, like, Tasha was, like underage or something like that, and they had a relationship that she wasn't really cool, or she was cool with it, and it's kind of statutory type of thing. I heard some people talk about that. I hadn't really your perspective though.
The only thing with that, somebody keep telling me about with my perspective, is that the girl that Tariq has a twin. So the girl that got killed too.
Oh well, yeah. Well, Raina, they said they were twins. Yeah.
So that's the only thing with that. So right. I'm not. So that would mean that Raina and Tariq
are Kanan's kids. Right. Yeah. Yeah. And that's the other part of it. I'm glad you pointed it out, because since they were twins, the possibility is that both of those kids are actually Kanan's instead of being Ghost. Yep. So, and then the baby child is Ghost, of course, which we never see.
Where is this baby?
Man, look, no, that
Tasha
baby
has a daycare, dude, and her child is never there.
I don't care.
Never there.
Man, look, I was like, all this killing going on, all these shootouts, all these parties, and this baby is nowhere to be found. Is this baby always with the grandmama? Like, y'all just neglect this child. Like, then you just brought up a valid point. How do you have a daycare and your own baby ain't there?
At all.
Really?
Right. So the FBI like, okay, this is a front. Your own baby not at your own
child
daycare?
Is not here. Exactly.
We know you washing money, bitch.
Well, you got to be. Like, come on. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was the other thing. Like, you had this child that's never
be wise, people. Be wise.
That's what I'm saying. Like, man, somebody gonna be asking some questions. Like, oh, I leave every day and I just bounce and I go pick my daughter up from my mama's or this other daycare that's up in Manhattan somewhere. Like, what?
What's crazy is it's almost like no one knows how to work the business outside of Ghost.
No, it's what it seems like.
I was like, okay, Ghost he knew where to go to wash the money.
Yeah.
Here you are. You ain't got no kids coming in and out of the daycare, but you have this money coming in.
Yeah.
Like,
you got like a couple, kids, right? And that's it. Like one lady, and then you get her to start pushing, moving work for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You have a daycare, but your child goes to see her grandmother.
Yeah.
While the grandmother comes to visit you at the daycare. Where's my daughter, grandmama? Where's my daughter, mother?
Oh my God.
If you are here talking to me at the daycare, where's my daughter?
And I'm out here dodging the FBI, the New York City Police Department. Look, other drug dealers. Right. People who are trying to kill my husband and his friend.
Right.
And crooks inside of our organization that are trying to overtake us.
Right.
Like, it's like, oh my God, do y'all not see what's going on? Like, that is the craziest thing. And my son wants to be hood in the street so bad. We just sent this man to private school twice. And this boy still can't stay away. Like, what is going on? Right. So you upset at your husband, but you're the one that wanted him to stay in the game anyway.
Okay, so I'm gonna try. I'm not gonna say I'm changing the topic. We're still talking about power, but this is flipped to the relationships in the power.
Okay.
So, when you were talking about Angela and him him living his lifestyle and her being working in the FBI.
Mhm.
All right, so do you think? Well, I ain't no thinking to it. This nigga was jeopardizing a whole lot of stuff.
Yes, he was.
Angela must have had some fire. And the only reason why I said that, the only reason why I say that, okay, so Angela must have had some fire and Tasha must have had some trash.
Well,
because and the only reason and what proves that to me would prove that Tasha has some trash. When she went to go see Silver and that nigga had packed up and left, I'm like, Tasha got some trash box. Some garbage. That nigga like, hey, your box ain't worth this, baby. I'm gone. That nigga packed up and left, my nigga. Packed up and left.
So I'm sorry.
He packed up and left, my nigga.
Oh my God.
The whole apartment was empty.
Oh my God. Man.
James saying Ghost though.
I wouldn't even looking at that. I wasn't even thinking about that. I'm sorry, man.
Ghost though is one.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna tell you how good Angela's was. This nigga is about to give away his whole family. He's jeopardizing the whole plug, the whole operation, because he's still knocking off an FBI agent. Now, it's cool to still have the FBI agent because he gives you a window as far as what's going on. But at the same time,
yeah. So that was the
she came in the club when she came to arrest this nigga. It's like, Angela, I can't believe this.
Yeah. So, all right.
And still wanted the box when he got out of jail.
So, all right. So, okay.
When he got out of jail, did he try to knock Tasha off? No,
he didn't. He went straight
to Angela.
He went straight down. So, okay. So there's a couple things. There's a couple things.
And the driver that she did knock off, he didn't want it no more after he got it.
Yeah. He did.
It's trash. Garbage.
Hold up. Wait a minute. So, hold on, man. This is too
The
much.
driver nigga, he got it. He ain't want it no more. He started wanting to talk to Lala. Remember?
Oh, he sure did. No, he did. He did smash. Remember? They did smash.
Smash who?
Keisha.
Yeah.
Yeah, they smashed. Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they did smash.
But he already knocked Tasha off.
Yeah.
Trash.
No, okay. So since you brought Tasha,
I left Tasha. I'm like, I don't want Tasha. I'm gonna go get Keisha.
So what happened to the guy that she met at the daycare? The one that Captain Sable, the one with the cape, right? Remember?
Right. The other dope boy.
Yeah, the other dope boy. Like, what? No, was he a dope boy?
Yeah.
He was a dope boy?
Yeah. The nigga that came in was like, he was flirting and everything?
Yeah.
Because he eventually was trying to front her some drugs.
Okay, that's right. Okay, yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
He knocked her off. They had sex.
Yeah, at the daycare, right?
Did he come sniffing around again after that?
Well, I don't think he showed up anymore after that.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh, man.
Trash box.
Oh, man. So Tasha ain't got that far.
Tasha done went through 4 other niggas and none of them niggas came back.
Oh, man.
The dope boy who fronted her, Kanan's son.
This is disheartening.
Silver, and Ghost. Your live-in nigga ain't trying to screw. He ain't trying to get no head. He ain't trying to fuck.
Well, there's another reason why. Here's another reason why. He didn't trust her. He didn't trust Tasha.
Okay, that might be true.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay, one, it's not like Tasha got a bad body.
No.
So if it was still any good, I'm still trying to smash.
Yeah, but here's the thing. So when we look at Ghost's character, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's a very complicated guy.
Right.
He's a highly complicated dude. He's one of my favorite TV characters, in my opinion. He's one of my favorite TV characters. And I'm gonna say why, because He's as
But he
complicated.
do fuck shit.
No.
He has done some fuck shit.
He has.
Yeah.
That's why I'm being honest. He has now. He has. And Tommy said that. Tommy was like, "Yep, he done lied before, but it's a lot of stuff we thought he did not do." So he had his limit, like his limit to doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? He had his limit to the stuff that he did, right?
Right.
Because he also was a master. When I say not necessarily a master manipulator, but he knew how to play. He knew everybody in his circle and around him. He knew how the game was played from all angles. He was an angler. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like he was an angler for real. So he basically knew, like, if this happens, this is what's gonna happen. He was always playing chess. He was always 5-10 steps ahead of everybody.
He was always playing chess.
He was always playing chess.
Doing that.
And that's why they was like, oh, you know, Ghost is out for himself. And Ghost like, no, I'm really not out for myself. I'm actually out for y'all. Y'all just don't understand the moves that I'm making. That's why everybody got envelopes after he died.
That
You see
nigga
what I'm
had
saying?
been a great chess player because everybody in his circle was fucking up, and he had to clean it up. He had to clean the mess up.
He always had to clean
and get some money back and get money back.
He always had to clean
to get himself out the black.
Exactly.
Like, dude, y'all messing up like the money, man.
Every single time. Tommy was hot-headed. Tasha was more concerned about what kind of street life we gonna have.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I ain't gonna be able to do this. Well, yes, you are. You just might not be able to do it as much. Like, you gonna have money running clubs and owning clubs, and then the opportunity presented to us, like, dude, I'm gonna have clubs all on the East Coast, like all over the country. Like, you talking big time status. That's not small cheese. It's not. You might not be getting whatever you get now, but you're gonna be living comfortably. You know what I'm saying? It's that, in fact, again, what we talked about earlier. It's that infatuation and that romanticism with street life. There's a romanticism wrapped around street life that people that came up in it, people that really came up in it will tell you, oh man, that's BS. Like that, like it's romanticized, all right. It's what sells records, it's what sells movies, it's what sells artists like who've never experienced it. They put that cloak on and people just run to it in droves. You know what I'm saying?
It's if anything, if it's not anything else, when it comes down to is respect. It's respect first and money.
Yeah.
So the romanticized part of it is how the streets respect you. You can go anywhere.
Right.
And niggas tip their hat, whatever like that. It's that.
Right.
And people say it's love, but
it's really not.
It's respect.
It's respect, right.
So that portion of it is what most, I think, people love about it because of that respect.
Right.
You can go pretty much anywhere, get your respect. Hell, you can get business deals done and get money from someone just off of their respect alone, and people like that portion of it.
Because that's, you know, like that part in the song when Jay says my face is like a coupon. You know what I'm saying? Like my name and my reputation that's attached to my name and attached to who I am as a figure, like it garners respect. Like your respect, your reputation goes ahead of you before you even get there.
That's what that term face card meant back in the day.
Exactly. The face card. Exactly. So that's what Ghost had. You know what I'm saying? That's what Ghost had. And the people around him were messing it up by the decisions that they were making. That's why I said, like, the folks around Ghost were more like, they said Ghost was selfish and he was out for himself. I think the people around him were the most selfish because he was trying to pull them all out of the game. Like, look, let's get out of this and let's do well. We can still do well. That was only a means to an end. We're getting to the end, guys. Like, we're getting to the end. Let's get away from this. And then it was like, oh, no, you think you better. And that was the first thing Tommy says. Oh, so you think you better. And then Ghost finally tell him at the end, like,
nigga, I am better than you.
You
keep fucking
like,
up, nigga.
Exactly. Like, how many times I done saved you?
Right.
He like, how many times I done saved your ass? Like, what else I got to do for you?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You did this to yourself. You made them decisions. You pulled the trigger. You made that deal.
Your daddy was the snitch.
Exactly. And he was like, you knew he was a snitch. You ain't know that? And I'm watching this whole thing.
You the one that dating a junkie girlfriend.
Exactly. You the one got a junkie chick
that's stealing from my wife.
Exactly.
Like,
and you think, come on, dog. You think we're gonna let that pass?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like I gave you several passes,
bruh, and you can't give me this one.
Right.
I've been saving you since we was kids, homie, and I ain't never held it against you. But now this one thing, you know, you messing with her, man, it's gonna get us all locked up. Well, actually, I know more about what's finna happen than y'all do.
And
so
Ghost mind is like, actually, I ain't been to jail at all. So she's working out for me.
Exactly. I don't know about you motherfuckers. Like, you know,
Tommy ain't been to jail either.
Tommy ain't been, that's exactly.
Like, Tommy, what we talking about?
What?
You ain't been to jail
You
either.
ain't been to jail.
They just been sniffing around.
Tasha ain't been to jail.
Nope.
No major player has been arrested.
So why are y'all mad?
So why y'all mad at me? They bring y'all in. They bring me in. They ask me questions. They ask y'all questions. We say we don't know nothing, and we go home.
Again, we know why Tasha's mad.
Thank you.
She ain't getting the ghost.
She ain't getting the ghost.
She ain't getting the ghost.
That's period, point blank.
And the box is trash.
It is trash. It's got to be.
Because
and she still people spot Tasha. She held it. She a ride or die. I'm like, no, she ain't. No, she not ride or die.
She is, but she's not.
She ain't ride or die, homie.
She's ride or die because she ain't snitching on ghosts.
She may not be, but that's a benefit for her.
This is true.
If it was a benefit for her to snitch on ghosts, she'd have snitched on ghosts a long time ago. I know it.
It was a benefit a couple of times, but she didn't do it.
No,
she found another way. She found another way to get something done without putting him. Throwing him under the bus. She was about to. Yes. Yeah. But the only reason why, like this last season, she was like that because Ghost made it known, like, hey, your box is trash. I'm settling down with Angela. I'm gonna give you this money here for you to live your life. That made her. Made her fire her. Like, you choosing her over me?
So,
and blah blah blah.
So and that's where Ghost messed up.
Because he had a plan laid out for her. Like, this nigga leaving.
Yeah. So that was the part about it that I think he messed up on, where he didn't use. That's when hubris took over, right? That's where
he called himself being what a lot of women say that they want a man to do by being upfront and real and saying, hey, this is what I want. This is what it's going to be. I'm being real with you.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I'm choosing now. Yikes. And, a lot of women are like, give me my options. Tell me so I can decide, blah, blah. Hey, I'm giving you your options. I'm telling you, hey, this is who I'm choosing.
Mm-hmm.
This is where I'm going in my life, my direction. I don't want the street life no more.
Mm-hmm.
If that's what you want.
And I've already told you I don't want it. And I've told you several times I don't want the street life no more.
If that's what you want, hey, I got this money for you over here.
There you go.
Got this estate for you over here.
There you go.
I'm finna live my life, blah, 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 blah. That once it clicked in her head that he really was doing it. It's over with. This nigga needs to be dead. Now she wants to kill him. Now she wants to snitch. Now she wants to do all this. But
because it was a personal thing. It was personal. It was personal. And you just brought out a major point. It was personal at that point. It ain't had nothing to do with business. It ain't had nothing to do with none of that. But and here's the thing.
She said though.
Let's go back to Paz's character, right? Paz was set too.
She said too.
She was set too.
But now your emotions are so...
You let your emotions get the best of you, and now you lose out
on
trying
everything.
To prove something that really you didn't even have to prove.
Exactly.
It would have taken care of itself. My problem with Tasha cared more about what she would have had with Ghost as a kingpin, queen pin, versus her own kids. And people say whatever they want to say. Tasha didn't give a damn about them kids. She don't give a damn about Tariq. She damn sure didn't give a damn about Raina because how you don't know what your child is? Okay? Then your baby child, you ain't never got her.
I'm trying to figure out what was she doing when Raina got killed.
I'm gonna have to go back and look at it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out which I'm gonna have to watch. Yeah. She was doing, I think she was with the Silver nigga.
She was with Terry Silver.
She was with Silver, I believe.
With Terry Silver. She was with Terry Silver.
I think she was with Silver.
With Terry Silver. That's why I don't give Tasha no passes on this show, man. That's why I give her no. She ride or die. No, ride or die means something different. Like, she was there because of convenience. Because the moment this man says, I don't want the street life no more, ride or die says, oh, I'm riding with you. Right? I'm okay. If you don't want the street, that's what you want. Baby, let's go. I'm with you.
Yeah.
She tells this man, no,
we ain't doing that.
We ain't doing that. Hold up, time out. We got 3 kids. Hey. They're in private school. Oh my God. Your children in private school, but you want to be a dope dealer?
Have you ever watched Family Guy before?
Yes.
You know the little Mexican lady?
Yeah.
No, see, no. No clean. No clean. No clean.
Oh my God.
Like, no.
Dude, I just was like, this man said, hey, I don't want to be in the street life no more. She looked at him and said, nigga, you are crazy. I'm like, what? This man said he don't want to be in the street no more? And you basically tell him, no. That's all we ever wanted to do was sell drugs. I'm like, lady.
Like, nigga, if you don't go back out there and sell these bricks.
I'm like, lady, you just told everybody that you a hood rat. You just told everybody.
I ain't gonna say
no.
Okay.
No.
The only reason I say that, you can't label it as a hood rat because, all right, so a guy like Pablo Escobar and then his wife, I mean, you know, you got Pablo Escobar, a big drug kingpin. He has a wife, family, kids, and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Is she a hood rat? Because that's the only reason why I say that.
What you talking about? No.
Pablo Escobar had living the street life.
Pablo Escobar's situation is different.
Why?
I'm gonna tell you what, because Pablo Escobar was 10 times bigger than Ghost. Absolutely, no question. There's no question about it. And think about the culture. The culture is different.
This is true.
The culture is different, right? Culture is much different.
But okay.
And here's the thing.
The only reason why I say that, I can't say that will make her a hood rat.
Why?
Because
tell me why.
Again, it's the simple fact. I put it like this. All right, so it comes down to you're being afraid of the new venture.
True.
You're sticking to what you know.
Okay, there you go.
And people are reluctant of getting out of their comfort zone.
They're afraid to change. I agree with that.
Right.
They're afraid to change.
So it's usually like dealing with the club. It's a different type of animal. So in her mind, you're like, well, you don't know nothing about that. So I can understand the reluctance of it because it's like, man, you don't know nothing about that. Because one, he was fronting.
Yeah, that was a front initially.
Well, he was fronting most of the money that he was making in drugs.
Right.
For the club.
Right. Of
so
course.
if that club business went out bad and I gave them $500,000, most of the money that I'm using for my drugs is like, dude, we could go broke. So I can understand that part of it. I can understand that portion of it.
James is much smarter than
that. But once he pull out the club and he getting business, she should then be like, okay, you know what? I see where this is going. Yeah, I'm gonna be quiet and let's go ahead and move this way.
And when he met with the guy, the guy saw his potential, right? Which, you know, Ghost saw him as an opportunity, which they were both opportunists in that situation. Mm-hmm. And Ghost is like, okay, I got this chance to invest in this other stuff, right? And to spread myself around, which they were both crooked, you know what I'm saying? Right. But he's like, James, I think you gotta, like, you're a solid businessman. Like, you ain't just a street dude. I know what you're doing, but you're a real businessman. You're a smart guy. Why continue to do the same stuff? You know what I'm saying? When you can still prosper in other areas. Mm-hmm. James says, yeah, I believe that. That's what I'm trying to do. Like, I know how to leverage this situation against this situation. And he couldn't convince his folk.
It's a gift and a curse, though.
It's true. I believe that.
With the gift and the curse, once you step into a new realm, the new realm or the new world
Mm-hmm.
will eventually find out about your old world.
Yeah.
And
but
so like,
I
but
don't
if,
think it's
but,
a reason not to get out of it though.
but what I'm saying is when you're in that new world and depending on the information that they find out, like, okay, they find out you're a killer.
Mm-hmm.
They find out you're a big time drug dealer.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're going to be like, hey, can you give me some drugs?
True. Yeah.
Hey,
Well,
you know what? This guy, he really doesn't want to do business with me, and I really want this property.
Right.
You think you can take care of that for me? Right. So now they're mixing your world.
You mixing the worlds. Yeah.
That's the issue when that comes into play too. Because now they want to mix your world.
There were some times where he did get.
But that's what I'm saying. You will never really be able to leave because that new world, when they find out, they're going to want to mix it.
Unless you do what I thought he did when he went to politics and when he was dealing with Rashad Tate. And so he played Tate. Like
Tate was playing him.
But then that's the other thing. Tate was playing him.
But again, that goes to they want him to go back to his street life.
Exactly. Because Tate's looking at, okay, I got a monster on my hands, but I got a brilliant monster, and I can use this, right? He can be my hitter.
Right.
And so that's what politicians need.
So technically you can never really leave. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly. And then James is like, okay, I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to box me in.
Mm-hmm. But
I can actually pull something off better than what you doing based on the fact that you think I'm not as smart as you is. I'm smarter than you think I am. You know what I'm saying? Because you may used to be a cop, but you a crook too, partner. You know what I'm saying? So you just as dirty. You just dirty in a different form.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because we both dirty. Like you just dirty in a different way. So that's why he was able to use a lot of stuff that Rashad was doing against him. And how he was able to get Ramona on his side. Now, the question I have about Ramona is why she was so infatuated with James. Now, I don't know why she was just so...
I mean, she infatuated because, of course, she was attracted to him.
Yeah, she's attracted to him, but like she just was sold out with James St. Patrick. You know what I'm saying? Which, that was kind of questionable to me. But maybe you got thoughts on it.
Sometimes, from my experience, sometimes women get enamored by your passion.
True.
If you speak, when you talk about something and you're so passionate about it, that attracts them to you.
True.
Like, oh my God, he's so passionate. I love this.
Mm-hmm.
So I can see that. And like I said, it's not like the dude, a bad looking guy or nothing. So of course she was like, I want to give him this box.
Right.
Tasha don't look like she working with nothing.
Right. you know what? It was interesting is the fact that there was a lot of box getting on that show. There was a lot of box getting.
Was it? What?
No. Because okay. So just real quick, I'm gonna run down who. So who did Ghost smash? So we already talked about who Tasha smashed, but who did Ghost smash? So
Ghost only smashed Angela, and that was it.
No, you're wrong.
Ghost and Ramona.
Not
Ghost and Ramona.
No,
Angela and Ramona.
No.
Who else he smashed?
He smashed the other lady, the lady that was supposed to be like this big campaign. She gave money to camp. Well, she was like this big business lady. You know, the lady that played the Jamie Foxx show, Garcielle Abubo.
Oh yeah,
he smashed her. Remember to get that deal, to get some deal done, but it didn't. She didn't do the deal. She just smashed him. That was it. Like he got played on that one. Remember?
Right.
He was doing something with Tate, and he was trying to get her to donate money to the campaign or something like that.
That's because Tate fucked them over in that.
Well, yeah, because Tate did. Yeah. And then, that was it. Yeah, that was it. It was her and that chick, and that was it. It wasn't nobody else.
How many seasons is
6?
Power 6 seasons, right?
Uh-huh.
6 seasons. Ghost never had sex with Tasha.
Yes, he did.
When?
I remember it was like episode. I think it was like season 1. I think it was like season 1. They showed them in a love scene. Yeah. I'm sure they did because I know I saw it.
You sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Okay, so 6 seasons and they done had sex one time. One time.
Oh man.
How many times he smashed Angela in all 6 seasons?
Man, probably
every season.
Yeah, probably
multiple episodes.
Every episode almost.
Right.
Yeah.
Tasha though, she has had only one scene with one person. No return visit.
Yeah. Yeah.
No callback.
Mm-mm.
The only way she had a callback was when niggas was still trying to get it. But once they got it, it was like, I don't know about this.
It was like, yeah.
I see why I go say with her. The Driver.
Season 3, episode 9. Ghost and Tasha have sex.
So 3 years in. 3 years in. Man. Not having sex. Word?
Boy. That's hilarious.
So that
but I think it's implied that they were married. So it's implied that they had a sex life, I guess. Because they showed them lovey-dovey with each other and kissing. And
when? In public?
No, at the house and then in public too. Like they
when they was at home, they was fighting, arguing.
No, not every time. Not every time. No, they did. They were not always
in the first season. Yeah, they were at the table eating and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
afterwards, yeah. But it was just that's a part of the show. Their relationship was always. I feel like their relationship was always tumultuous. In my opinion, I feel like Tasha always knew that she was not his first choice. I think that that's a part of it. I think Tasha always knew that that she was not Ghost's ultimate or first choice. I think that was a part of it. I think she always had resentment based on that. That's because this is the reason why I say that. She so easily jumped into his driver's arms. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
like that. Like
you say that, but it wasn't. It's easy because she ain't getting it at home.
I don't know. Maybe not.
Well, I'll put it like this.
You know what I'm saying? But to mess with your husband's driver.
But again, it goes to being neglected.
Who both of y'all consider as a nephew. This is Kanan's son. That you know this is Kanan's son. Hello? A guy who you hate? And you gonna bone his son? Really?
Hey man, that's just like Bill Clinton knocking out Monica Lewinsky.
No.
It's Monica like Lewinsky, it was easy. It's easy access, close proximity. Hey, come over here and give me a little head, bitch. Come on, give me some skeet.
Don't change that dress though.
Yeah. I like the memories.
Oh my God. This is going downhill fast.
But
oh boy, I love that. Do that thing again.
But again, that like I said before, I'm looking at it through real life eyes. I'm like, man, her sex must be trash. Cause the whole time I'm looking at every season, I'm like, man, Ghost ain't even tried to have sex.
Because
he had his own spot that he didn't even go home to. He didn't go home to them. He went to another little spot that he had.
Yeah,
that he crashed in.
But you got to realize, like a dude like that, he always gonna have another spot.
Okay,
he always gonna have another spot. Like, true. Plus, not you're a businessman, but you're also one of the biggest dope boys, or dope boys. You one of the biggest connects in New York City. Yeah, you're going to have another spot.
But Sam, listen to what I'm saying, though.
To not smash your wife, though, to not ever be one to smash your wife is definitely a problem. I will say that.
Thank you. That's all I'm saying.
It's definitely a problem.
That's all I'm saying.
And it's going to come back to bite you later.
It's for a man. Now, I can understand how women can go about not having sex with their husband because there's emotional things involved, stuff like that.
For guys, it can be too now.
True.
It can be too for guys.
But if your wife is attractive, nice body, things of that nature, and you laying in the bed, you're still gonna want to smash.
Yeah, but you know, as you mentioned, he spent more time at the club than he did at home. He spent more time away than he did at home.
True.
Yeah.
But when you go home,
yeah, I get
and
it.
when you lay in the bed,
I get it. I get it.
you're still gonna want to smash.
I get it.
Unless you know it's not even worth the time
Yeah,
to even do it.
That's why I say his disconnect from her, right? Because Tasha's gotta hold some responsibility in the breakdown of their relationship and the breakdown of the she holds a large responsibility, in my opinion, right? Because he did, first of all, she wasn't, in my opinion, she was not his first choice. I'm just throwing it out there. She was not his first choice, right?
Okay.
His real love wound up being a federal agent.
Right.
And he is a dope dealer, right? Completely polar opposites.
I was in a situation like that. Like I was in the streets and I was dating somebody that was a lawyer.
This like, opposite. But
it ain't gonna work. I don't think it's gonna work.
But situations like that, people say, oh man, there's no way that will happen. I'm like, it can happen.
It can happen. Yeah.
It can happen. Like, I know some people who are in law enforcement who have relationships, deeply rooted relationships with people who are straight street. And they know it, right? So it can happen. The disconnect between them and their relationship with Tasha. One, Tasha wasn't his number one from day one. I think we kind of see that throughout the story, right? He was always in love with Angela. And here's another thing. He did not trust Tasha 100%.
But okay, to capitalize on the first point that you just made, what's crazy is visually, Tasha is way better than Angela.
More attractive.
Yes.
Yeah.
Way more.
Yeah. That's
the other thing I don't.
You hold up.
Visually, that's what I don't like about it.
Hold up. You just made one of the number one points of that show. With him, it wasn't looks. It was love.
Okay. Yeah. I can see that.
It wasn't looks. It was love.
Vibe. Which I'll talk about. I mean, like what you can talk about, how you chill, all that other type of stuff.
Think about all the shit.
Your conversation levels are different.
Went running together.
Yeah. Your conversation levels are different.
Exactly. Like he even said,
you want new experiences.
When I'm with
she
I'm
still
free.
Want,
yeah, she wants the same shit. I want new shit. Like I'm free with when I'm with you.
Like, baby, I want to go to Roof Chris. You still want to go Jack Purtle.
Exactly. Like I'm like I want to be with you because I'm pulled away from all of this shit that drives me crazy and keeps me up at night. Where I have to be this maniac. You know what I'm saying? Where I have to do these bad things. And
Angela takes him away from that.
She took him away from that. And again, he tried to explain, I don't want to be this dope dude that you telling me you want. I don't want to be that dude no more. And she says to him, you crazy. This is who you are. And this is who I want you to be. This is who I married. Now
what's crazy though,
go ahead.
What's also crazy is that when he tells them, hey, I'll pass the reins on to you, they don't want that either though.
That was the other thing.
They don't want to do the work.
That was the other thing.
Nobody want to do the work.
Nobody. Okay.
Except for Tommy. Tommy was cool.
Except for Tommy.
Tommy was cool.
Tommy was cool. Tommy took it head on. Tommy got his hands dirty. You know what I'm saying? Then he was like, hey, I can run the operation. I know what's up with it. Tasha didn't want to do none of that. She wanted the benefits of it. She wanted all the benefits. She was always telling what this need to be done or who need to do this and who need to do that. But you never, she didn't get her hands dirty until this last season officially, when she killed her own friend.
Now, I will say what they didn't show is, now you would hear it within the storylines, she did get her hands dirty when they was growing up.
Yeah.
So it's not like she didn't know how to do.
Yes, because she knew about washing the money and the process and all that kind of stuff. Thanks for that correction. I just felt like at that point, she became more of like, she was comfortable and whatever, because she even mentioned and Keisha even said to her, like, girl, you ain't got to worry about like this and this
now,
stuff.
Keisha
that I got
was
to
not a
worry
ride
about.
or die at all.
No, Keisha was not a ride or die. She never should have been a part. Like that was the other part that about Tasha where she failed as a friend. She knew Keisha was not that type. She knew Keisha was not built for that.
But she told her that.
But at the same time though, if you really,
trying to bring her in to wash your money and stuff.
If you know that your friend can't get down, like your friend can't handle that, don't pull her into that
unless you're gonna use her as scapegoat, and that's what I felt like she was doing.
And I think that's what she was doing.
She was gonna throw her if
it came down to it. She was gonna throw Keisha under the bus,
and she was gonna go to jail.
Yeah. And Keisha was gonna go to jail. And guess what? Keisha started to see it like, man, you really don't care about me and my son.
You can't come by my shop no more.
Yeah. She like, man, I done had to kill somebody because of you. I got feds showing up in my because of you. And then when I come to you and ask you for help, you can't do nothing about it.
Keisha did ask for she wanted to wash money.
She
you cannot go in and be like, hey, I want to wash your money, and 2 weeks later, hey, I don't want to do no more.
No.
Once you wash your money, wash your money now.
She asked for the lifestyle and she couldn't deal with it. And I think in part it's her fault, and it's also Tommy's fault too, right? Because Tommy knew she wasn't no ride or die. Tommy was in love with that box and that pie.
But
you know what I'm saying?
Even he told her no, but she kept saying, hey, I want to be involved. I want to be involved.
And sometimes you got to be like, no, you just stay there to do what you're doing. Like, you don't want none of this. And just be like, hey, be mad at me if you want to, but this ain't what you want.
Right.
And you can go on about your business if you want to. You know what I'm saying?
But again, this is how you can tell who has good and who does not.
Yeah.
Because Tommy, he ain't say, no. He's like, well, she got that good box. I don't know. We'll continue to think about it, baby.
Yeah.
We'll continue to think about it. Let's think about it. Let's think about it some more over here in this kitchen. Because even their sex scenes were passionate. Like I said, there were no sex scenes with Tasha and Ghost.
That was a sex scene. Yes, there were. I just looked it up. I told you when it was. Season 3. But they both had too much going on, so I mean, hey, it is what it is.
Now, while I had this question about the like who sex was better, Angela or Tasha, my other question is what sparked this question. My next question is have you ever heard a white woman say white men ain't shit?
Ooh, man, what a way to end the show. Oh boy. I don't think I've ever heard that said before.
Like real talk. Like you never see it in movies. I've never seen it in TV shows. Even when you're working in professional environments, like I worked in call centers. I've worked I've worked in places where I'm building cubicles for call centers, and never have I ever heard white women amongst other white women say, "Man, white men ain't shit."
Can't say I've ever heard that.
Mm-hmm. Now, they may talk negatively about their husband, about something that they might, that he might not have taken out the trash that day or something of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
But I've never heard them say about their whole race that white men ain't shit. But in movies, TV shows, and you can go walk to the gas station right now, and I bet you as a black girl talking about, man, this nigga ain't shit. You see this nigga right here right now? He can't even give me no cash money. Now I'm not saying this to try to bash women or anything of that nature, but I'm just saying that it's different. And you see the difference in the support. I mean, I ain't saying, I don't know if I'm saying it how I want to say it again. That goes back to what I was saying earlier about finding the right words to say. But I've never.
I'm just gonna read this Forbes magazine I have over here. I'm not.
In my history, I've never heard it.
I haven't either. I've
never heard
I have to be honest. I haven't either. I've never heard Hispanic women say that. People say, "Oh, how many Hispanic women do you?" Yeah, I've worked with a lot of them.
Yes.
To be honest, over the years,
yes.
I've never heard anybody but our women say, "Oh, that nigga."
Like, man, I've had a number of jobs. I worked in warehouses.
Yeah.
I worked in call centers.
Yeah.
I worked amongst in hospitals before.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, in water cooler conversation or just random conversations amongst people in the workplace.
Yeah.
It is never discussed.
Yeah. Because, I mean, I hear stuff that we say about our women that I don't hear other guys say too. You know what I'm saying? I do. Like, because even one thing I would say about black dudes, though, like, and me and you, we kind of cut from a different cloth, right? Mm-hmm. But I've heard this, like, dudes be talking, but they pillow talk about this particular woman, that whatever, which, like, we came up like, you don't do all that because you got to protect your.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. But a lot of our dudes pillow talk, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you're saying pillow talk, talking about to another woman, or pillow talking amongst their partners?
Both. Yeah. Both. And I think a part of that whole exchange about, man, niggas ain't shit, or bitches ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's like it goes right together. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
I think that happens because we are bashed that we are not shit.
Well, here's the thing. There's a difference between bashing amongst women of your same culture versus bashing to other women about the men of your culture.
And see,
and we have a big problem with that. We had a big problem with that.
We'll say it amongst white people that black men ain't shit.
We got a big problem with that shit. Like, we talk about each other amongst other people when we should be on the phone telling the person that we upset with, hey, I think you ain't shit.
Right.
But we'll get in front of other folks and say what black folks don't do, instead of saying in-house, keeping it in the house, in the family.
Right. Keeping it within our culture.
Us, black women, black men, we have a problem with not keeping stuff in other cultures a lot of times. And this on BS. They discuss stuff at home. Mm-hmm. They discuss it amongst each other. Mm-hmm. You're not going to hear them talk about
amongst other white families.
You're not going to hear, because guess what? White boys, you know what?
Yeah.
But you very seldom going to hear a white woman talk down about her white dude. Very seldom. Yeah. Now, she may not have very nice things to say about him. She may get quiet when you start talking about good men, but she ain't going to go into detail like we do. You know what I'm saying?
Like, okay, so, like, say for instance, like, you could be
just like Tasha was telling everybody, go swim shit.
Perfect example. So, like, all right, you can be in an environment where black women are talking about, man, this dude right here, he ain't shit, this, that, and other. Mm-hmm. You will not hear. Like, if there are white women around, you will not hear a white woman jump in. It's like, girl, yeah, because my man.
No.
She ain't saying, because my man ain't shit. Or from my experience, white men ain't shit either.
No.
You will never hear them double dutch into the conversation and say that.
You know what you will hear? And this is going to sound kind of crazy. But you going to know what I'm talking about. They're attracted to the negativity that our women say about us. White women are. I'm going to explain this real quick. They're attracted to that negativity because we're given a bad boy image, right?
And they want to see.
And they want to see, well, how bad is he?
Mm-hmm.
How bad? Oh.
So now it makes him look attractive to them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because, you know, there's this, black men, you know, we great in bed, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You know what I'm saying? Whatever. And they're, oh, really? Black? Oh, the big man dink. Like, for real. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's such a psychoanalytic thing to think about race. And even as we talk about the power discussion, like how we operate amongst each other versus what we do outside of each other. You know what I'm saying? And in my opinion, in that show in particular, Tommy was the exception, right? Tom, because him and Ghost were raised as brothers. It really was no color between the two, because you never even, on this show, you never even hear them discuss color at all.
Now, what's funny
between them two,
while we talking about like the dynamics and shit, they show Ghost cheating. Tommy never cheated.
Well, Tom was always killing. He was always murdering somebody. He didn't have time to cheat.
So he took his frustrations out killing somebody.
He took his frustrations out killing folks.
Gotcha.
For real, man. You know, you never really see that. Like, you don't really see that, you know, no, oh, Tommy's such a great guy or such a bad dude or what. Like, you don't really see any of that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, right. Man, you get away with this because you white. Like, you don't never, that conversation is never had between them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, even though it's like everybody's out to get Ghost, but Tommy is just as bad. And I think somebody might even mention on one of the episodes is, damn, y'all trying to get Ghost? This white boy just as, I think somebody may have said something to that effect on one of the episodes, but yeah, man, it's you know, it's one of them things. It's true. It's very true. No matter how much we want to deny it, it's very true. And yeah, it happens. I don't know how we can change it, but you know, we'll come up with something, I'm sure. Yeah.
I want to ask another question, but you know, because this question leads to something else that I want to ask.
Yeah,
but yeah,
I would say save it.
Damn it, man.
Yeah, I would say save it.
Oh, this is gonna be good, though.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. So yeah, I would say save it. Yeah, save that. What I'll leave is this. Here's my thoughts on where power is going. Real quick, I'm gonna say this.
It ruined some of my theories, but okay.
Yeah, because some of mine will ruin too. Some of mine will ruin too.
As far as spinoffs, but yeah, go ahead.
First of all, I didn't think that Ghost was gonna die. That was the first. I didn't think he was gonna die.
Who actually say he is?
That's another thing. A lot of people think he isn't dead. Because just because he took his last breath as Tommy was there holding him does not necessarily mean that was because like the police sirens were still in the background. Yeah. So well, you know, and according to the episode, like he was pronounced dead on the scene. Blah blah blah.
You can pay people, but like, hey, we're just gonna say he's
they've paid plenty of folks before. So that was my first thing. I thought that Ghost faked his death. I thought that he was not dead. And he already had a plan in place to basically, he's a ghost. He disappears. That's his name. Is Ghost, right?
Ghost is dead. Yep. Jane St. Patrick is dead. Ghost is still alive,
right? So he, you know, the old adage in all the gangster movies is like every time I get out, they pull me. That's what Michael Corleone says, right? Every time I get out, they pull me right back in. That was his only way out, was death. They say death is your only way out of the game, right? Or locked up. And he figured, okay, hey, I'm not going to jail, but if I can, like, I done survived everything before. Remember what Tommy says to him? Nah, Ghost, you ain't gonna die. Dude, you done survived death plenty of times. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I initially thought, that, like, nah, he really ain't dead. Like he getting out of this. He's just getting pulled out of the situation, right? Then I was like, well, maybe he is dead, right? And he actually dies because the love of his life is dead. What reason does he have to live anymore, right? That's kind of what I thought at that point. So if he's dead. My thing is, I did not want to see Tariq become this dope guy, right? This dope boy. I didn't want to see that because that's going
to be a horrible show.
That's going to be absolutely, positively a horrible idea to make Tariq into the next Ghost. There is no way that dude's character, he don't have the know-how, he don't have the swag for it, he don't have to look for it, none of that to be the next Ghost.
This nigga just got his ass kicked with oranges a few episodes back.
Dude, exactly. For real.
They beat his ass with oranges in a chair. Dude.
Like there's nothing that convinces me that he's gonna be this guy. Like,
well, maybe he learns from his mistakes through all of this.
Maybe so.
Maybe.
He just does not have that gangster swag to me. He's too emotionally driven. I'm sorry. And gangsters ain't always driven by emotion. Gangsters are driven by money. That's it. Period. Point blank. Right?
Tasha is gonna drive him though.
Tasha
is gonna be his direction.
That's a part of the other thing is her molding and shaping him into the man she wanted Ghost to be.
Yeah.
That's the other part of it.
Yeah.
It's her basically saying, if Ghost didn't want to be what I wanted, I'm gonna create me the real Ghost, the real person that I wanted. You know what I'm saying? And that's the other part of her character where I think she becomes diabolical and extremely dangerous. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so with that theory about Tariq having his show, I think that Italian, what's his name? The daughter. What's his name? Daughter.
Proctor's daughter.
Proctor's daughter. So I think the shit that she was finding out in this Tommy episode, that one, Tariq know Tommy. Tariq know who Ghost is. Tariq knew that Ghost knows Tommy.
Yep.
And that Tommy killed her dad.
Yep.
You knew all this information, so I think there's going to be something where they're going to be bumping heads, and she's going to be sending Italians to kill him or something like that, or whatever.
Because there's something that Tommy says in that Tommy says at the end of that. He says, "If we ever cross paths again, like basically, I know at some point you probably gonna come for me,
right? And if you do,
I'll be expecting you,
right?
You know what I'm saying?" And that was a part that was a very strong line. Because,
and the fact that Tommy said, "Hey, who you think told me that you was here?"
Exactly.
Tariq.
Tariq. Yep. Who you think told me? Yep. So when she and then her aunt was
Tariq snitching left and right.
No, so and then her aunt was so smart. Her aunt was like, "So tell me, how do y'all know each other?" And so Tariq gets to telling this bullshit story.
Right.
And she's like, "Well, how did y'all manage to make it out of there before all this started happening? Like, so you just knew to leave? Like, what was that all about?" "Oh, I was trying to get her out. I just happened to want to go get some cookies or ice cream or whatever the case is." She looked at him like, "Motherfucker, you think I'm stupid?"
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You just so happen to have an urge for some ice cream to go down out the back door.
And go out the back door.
Right.
So why would you go out the back door, and why was the back door left unlocked? The cops asked them the same question. "Oh, and we just made a decision to get out of there and just go sneak out and get." Like, dude, come on. And then when he says, "Well, you got the record, I could take it with me and let my mom listen to it."
That was the dumbest shit you could ever. Nigga, you made yourself guilty when you said that
exactly
shit.
when you said, I was like, "I can let my mom listen to it and she can tell me he can tell me who Ghost is or if that's Tommy or not." And she looked at him like, "Little nigga, man, you think I'm stupid if finna give you this?"
Real talk, I would not have been mad if she said, "Nigga,
we'd have gave her a pass. We'd have gave her a pass right then. We'd have gave her a pass. If she had said it in the episode, I would have been mad. I would not have been mad because that was the dumbest thing ever. "I'll just give it to my mom and let her take a listen to it, and maybe she can tell us who these guys are. Just send it over. I'll take it." She looked at him like,
you're not talking to her. You're talking to me, a grown ass woman. Dummy.
Really? You dummy?
Right.
Oh, I think you know who Tommy is. I think you know who killed her dad. I think you know exactly what happened that night.
Right.
Because somebody called you and told you to leave.
Right.
Fool.
How about you leave?
How
Get
about
up out
you
my
get up
face.
I guess I better go. Yeah, I guess you better go now, dumbass.
I really wasn't gonna watch this season, but since I had so much time invested, I was like, I might as well go and see this John out. But this was some hard. It became to be Days of Our Lives type of acting.
It was
I
soap
was like,
opera-ish.
oh my god,
yeah, it was soap opera-ish. It did. It was. It was. I have to admit, it was soap opera-ish.
But go ahead and wrap it up, sir.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Power season 6. So many thoughts, so many ideas. Anybody want to share their thoughts, theories, ideas?
Man, that ruined my whole theory about Ramona.
Yeah, I think the Ramona theory was ruined too. After this last episode, I think the Ramona theory was ruined. Anybody got thoughts, ideas?
But you know what?
Yeah.
That still might be
maybe at play.
Because remember, this leak was a deleted scene.
Yeah, well, it's
so it's not necessarily that might necessarily.
Well, yeah,
if I get my words out, that might not necessarily be the ending, really.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I knew because I know how shows work, and I know how Power works from 50s. What he shares about the show and how it has such a big following. And when they started telling this story from all these perspectives, I'm like, okay, you know what? They didn't all have these perspectives to get to this same one point. It's like you got all these roads that lead to this one ending, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like one of those choose your own ending books where you can read this page and it takes you to an ending over here. You can take this page, it takes you an ending over here. You can take this page, and so they knew that everybody was gonna have theories based on how we think it happened. You take the main character, which is a focal point, and then people's different perspectives. Even the viewers have different perspectives of the main character, right? Mm-hmm. So then everybody starts saying, well, who shot him? Who shot him? Who shot him? And then you have this debate goes back and forth. Then people start to really get into the deep theories, like the Ramona theory, the Paz theory, the Tommy theory, the Tariq theory, the Tasha theory, Sachs, and so forth. And you show all these people going supposedly heading to take this guy out.
It was only 2 people I thought he could have been.
Well, initially,
it was Tariq and Ramona.
And to me, I'm saying to myself, like, it's got to be somebody close to him. Like, it's not Cooper Sachs not going to run in this club and shoot James St. Patrick. I don't think it's going to happen. I didn't think Andre was going to shoot him. I'm like, nah, Andre ain't got the drop on him like that because he already know. You know what I'm saying? He already know what's up with Dre, right? But you know what I'm saying?
None of those characters would have allowed. All of them are going to make an announcement.
Exactly.
All of those characters.
Right. So,
hey, I got the drop on you, Ghost.
Right. Exactly. So for him to just look and, you know what I'm saying, the way he kind of, and he's standing there looking at everything. He's kind of soaking in the moment like, hey, it's my time. And he turns around. Obviously, he's shocked at what he sees, right? Mm-hmm. In my opinion. Or he's thinking like, damn, this is, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Damn, that's kind of like what you see from his face. So then they say, the studio says, okay, you know what? We're going to shoot several different aspects of this story because guess what? Everybody's going to be trying to figure out who it is. And you know what? We don't want anybody to really know. So we're going to shoot all types of stuff. And
none of them made sense.
Right. And so just maybe we can throw people off because we know something is going to leak. So then that leak happens that shows Tariq shooting him. Then the leak happens that shows Tasha. So now I think those are the main 2 people, basically, that everybody's like, dang.
Okay, so it still might be Ramona.
So it's still, right. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's where I am on that.
Dude. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you know the black dude that was laying there dead in the warehouse was Cedric Entertainer?
I did not. So
Cedric Entertainer is thug number 2.
So somebody said that. And they was like, he's supposed to come back in a later episode.
Yes. They
show him actually doing his thing or whatever. But somebody said that, yeah, that's Cedric Entertainer.
He was the goon that was shooting at Tommy
and Ghost. Yeah. So they said that was actually him, that they in another episode, they're going to actually show him in the show.
Well, Okay, so when they were showing Tommy trying to leave about the warehouse, and he saw he was going around looking for the other dude, and he was like, he looked at dude, he's like, "You ain't Italian."
Yeah, when he said
that was sexual entertainer right there.
Yeah.
He's like, "You ain't Italian."
That's what tripped me out. That's another part of the show that tripped me out, and I was like,
but those goons is Tate's. Tate's goons.
Thank you. They had to be Tate's.
Those were Tate's goons.
Because that's when he said, like, wait a minute, you ain't Italian.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they started shooting, and Tommy like, damn, man, you brought somebody to, and he was like, nigga, you think I'm from the house? I almost get myself killed to get you killed? Like, you think I can't do that on my own?
Right. The funny thing, he was saying, hey, Tommy, cover me. Tommy went to the warehouse, saw dude was dead. He got in the car and drove off.
That's what.
Say, fuck this shit, I'm gone.
Man, Tommy sold Ghost House so hard. Tommy got it. Tommy chased dude down. He saw the dude was dead. Then he shot him. Got around the corner. Dude still bucking. And that man got in the car and that BMW.
Man, I'm gone.
And got on down.
I'm gone.
Like, man, I ain't studying about. Ghost, you on your own, baby. I said, man, God.
That man got on down so quick.
That man got on down.
Didn't say holler at your ghost, nothing.
That man peeled off. And that was a wrap.
Man. But
yeah, anybody want to share thoughts, theories, ideas, perspectives on characters, whatever, hit Jay up.
JWILLDOESTV.
TV.
Well, that's on Instagram. On Instagram, it's at JWILLDOESTV. Or I mean, everybody. You seem to have an engagement on Facebook, so everybody can hit you up on Facebook.
Yeah, Jason. And Jason on Facebook. Hit me up on Facebook. Sam Upshaw. Instagram at Samuel Upshaw. You can leave a comment. I'll probably post a pic of something that's got to do with power, and then I'll tag the show there, and then you can leave comments there, whatever. That's cool. I think I may even tweet about it later today. And that's mine is at Samuel Upshaw. That may be correct.
How you don't know your own?
I forgot, man. I forgot. It's at Sam. If it's not, I'm gonna change it today. So, yeah, so we can talk power on Twitter too, because that's where that first leak came from. The Tariq leak was on Twitter first, and then 50 did his leak on IG. So, but yeah, we love to hear you guys' thoughts.
I didn't see the Tasha joint. I'm gonna have to look that up.
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Okay, yeah. All right. So yeah, we finna go and get up out this joint live from Blue Jay Studios. I gotta start saying that more often while I'm on here. Live from Blue Jay Studios. We finna wrap this joint out. Wrap this joint up. Dude, wrap.
Yeah, this man needs some sleep.
I need to leave this medicine alone. That shall not happen. But we wrapping this joint. We out of here. I am your host.
This man.
I am your host. Jason J. Will does it. No AKAs. I'm gonna create some. No AKA J. Will does it. And I got my guy Ivan the Great,
AKA Shaw, baby.
W.
Shaw.
And we out this joint.
Holla back.
Holla.